Hi, everyone. Welcome to Comedicine. I'm your host, Dr. Sarah Boston, and I can't believe season 2 is over. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening and staying with Comedicine. I appreciate you so much. As we did last season, we are going to round up all of our Dr. Ken Jeong invitations because, one of our goals on Comedicine is to get Ken Jeong to come on this podcast. And we had some amazing guests with some really compelling invitations. So I hope you enjoy this. And Ken Jeong, if you're out there, please get in touch. We would love to have you as a guest on Comedicine in season 3. First up, we have Kelly Dunham. She's a nurse. She's a comedian. She's incredible. Ken, she has a message for you. It's a little morbid, but hey, listen to the podcast and you'll understand. Do not wait until you're dying, Ken. Do it now. Come on Comedicine.
Wouldn't you like to do a whole life review? Like not wait till you're almost dying to do it? You can do it through this podcast.
All right. Next up is Dr. Andy Rourke. He's coming in at you, Ken, with a charm offensive. And that's because he's just charming. He's a big fan. Ken, please listen to Dr. Andy Rourke and come on Comedicine.
Hi, Ken. So I've been a big fan of yours ever since you jumped out of the trunk in The Hangover. I thought that was hilarious. And the joy that you bring to the world, I just want to say thank you. My friend, Dr. Sarah Boston, is a veterinarian, and she is an author, and she has a lovely podcast talking about humor. And I just think that when we talk about making people laugh and bringing joy to the world, I think that she is doing really good work, and I think that you would be a great addition and that you would fit right in as far as what she's trying to do. And so anyway, she's amazing and you're amazing, and I think that you would have a great time talking to her, and I think that you could bring some joy to the world with somebody who's already working to do the same.
Dr. Janet McMurdy wants you, Ken, and she's a physician. She's just like you. You're both amazing. I think Janet was thinking more of a 3-way collab. I'm up for it. Please call us.
Hello, Ken. I would love if you would join Dr. Boston and Dr. McMurdy for our podcast. We think your life story is absolutely incredible, and we would love to share it with the world through the lens of your medical career, because I think not many other podcasts that you've been on have really focused on that part. And I don't think many others can literally empathize with your life story. And that is us. And we think you're great.
Liz Easter is a veterinarian and she wants you, Ken, and she has a fancy accent. She would love your inspiration. She'll show you around London if you're ever there. She'll help you with the tube system. Just come on out to Comedicine.
So, Ken, I really think that you need to come onto Comedicine because you need to remember the little people like us. You were like us once. You were hustling around dingy pubs and paying your tube fare to get there and back and having no pay. And you need to give us some inspiration to get to the lofty heights of where you are now.
We have Rowan Francis, another across the pond. He's a physician. He's a cardiologist. He's a YouTuber. He's an influencer. He's trying to use his influence to get Ken Jeong to come on the show.
Ken, long-time fan, first-time caller here. You really owe it to yourself to come on to a podcast where you can talk about your two loves, medicine and comedy. And I know that Ken stays in touch with medicine because I've seen a few little videos he's done online where he's, answering medical questions in a funny way. But actually, he answered with a lot of legit medicine. I'm like, oh, this guy still knows his stuff. I have really enjoyed talking about the overlap between the two fields just now. And it's not something I get to do very often. And it's probably not something that Ken does very often. So Ken, where else are you going to get the chance to discuss medicine and comedy together? I look forward to hearing the episode of Comedicine featuring Dr. Ken Jeong.
All right, we have more Southern charm, and he is charming. This is Walter Brown. He's a veterinary technician. He's amazing. He wants to hear rat now. He explains what that means. It said, we'll be in your amen corner. How can you say no to us being in your amen corner, Ken? Come on out.
Ken, get here. Like, not now, rat now. You know, my mom told me it was two kind of right now. It's either right now or rat now. Ken, we need you here rat now, okay? Because, like, we don't understand. Like, we feel you, but we want to hear you verbalize it so we can be your amen corner, Ken. We will be here and be your amen corner, Ken, because we feel you, bro. And any way you can help Sarah, I, and any other people behind us get to where you are, we want to hear the story. So, yes, Ken, please come join us for a great podcast. The Vet Med World would love to hear from you. Absolutely.
All right. These Ken Jeong invitations from guests, they were never intended to be a competition. But I got to say, if it was a competition, Dr. Matthew Asciuto, he won. He won hands down. He wrote a song, you guys, and it's beautiful, which kind of just adds to the fact that he's just such a talented guy. If you guys listen to his episode, you will see how talented he is. But yeah, he busted out this song. Ken, he wrote a song. He wrote you a song. Listen to it. It'll make you happy, and it'll make us happy if you come on the show.
Oh, I've been watching Community, but I've been watching alone. Thinking about how neat it would be if we could get Ken Jeong on Comedicine. Just LT, Great Chino, and me. I've been watching The Masked Singer, and I am feeling exposed. Vulnerable, begging down on my knees. If you called, I'd say I know exactly who this is. And we would laugh, ho, 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 tee. How much time must you spend with Joel McHale? There's so much more to life than this. We'd be more fun than Galifianakis or Apatow. I bet they can't pronounce choledocholithiasis. Oh, I've been watching The Hangover, and I had a sobering thought. What if you said no? I know you're rich, and I know you are Asian, but you'd be crazy not to come on this show. The greatest podcast you know. A pretty good podcast you probably don't know. The only podcast about medical professionals that also do comedy, and perhaps one day you'll come on this show.
And that wraps up season 2, everyone. Thanks for listening to this little pseudo episode. It's like a little episode-let. It's for Ken Jeong. It's our Ken Jeong invitation, but I hope you enjoyed it. And if you guys know Ken, if you could at Ken, if you can tag Ken, if you can get Ken's attention, Ken, we're dying for you to come on Co-Medicine. You're the prototypical Co-Medicine guest. I just want to talk to you, Ken, for like an hour. I'll stop harassing you. I promise. I won't come to LA to find you, even though I do have an investigative reporter who he's kind of on board, Ken. He wants me to do it. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for listening to season 2. Stay with us. We've got a great season lined up for season 3. Thanks everyone for listening to Co-Medicine. I love this podcast so much, and I love that you're still listening. And share it, do all the things, review it, help us keep this podcast going, and we'll see you for season 3.
The only podcast about medical professionals that also do comedy, and perhaps one day you'll come on this show.